Willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge Vampyr. Wir wollen in dieser Folge durch diese Tür hier gehen und mal gucken, was die Gönnerin des Krankenhauses dann hat. Müssen wir die jetzt mit unseren Vampirfähigkeiten suchen? Nee. Die ist noch 50 Meter entfernt von uns. Gönnerin unseres Krankenhauses. Wer wird das sein? Wieso gehen einige Türen nicht auf? Naja, gehen wir mal raus und gucken wir mal nach. Oh, hätte ich auch. Was? Das Krankenhaus ist voll. Wegen der Grippe nimmt dieses Krankenhaus keine weiteren Patienten auf. Das Krankenhaus ist voll. Bitte kehren Sie wieder heim. Dann müssen wir halt schneller behandeln.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Ah.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Oh, ich freue mich so richtig zu sehen.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Have any of the patients given you trouble?
These poor souls have so little left to live for. I do my best to ease their pain.
Okay.
The world would be a better place if it were cared for by women like you.
You make me blush. I am simply a necessary evil.
Sie ist doch eine nette Dame. Also kann man ja auch mal ein paar Komplimente machen. Das passt irgendwie gerade nicht so an dieser Stelle zu fragen, aber...
Pardon my boldness, Your Ladyship, but I have questions concerning this condition we share.
As a newborn, your hunger for answers is rivaled only by your thirst for blood. But the questions need wait.
I'm a scientist. My trade is in the deciphering of mysteries, and I need information to feed my mind.
I will gladly answer every question you have, but first, prove yourself capable of resolving my predicament without eating the culprit.
Wie nett ist sie denn? Ja, ich antworte nur, wenn du mir meine Haut rettest.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Okay, also ich würde halt gerne mal wissen, wer der Erpresser ist.
What are your expectations? Please be precise.
As the newly appointed surgeon of this hospital, you are in an excellent position to ask innocent questions and deftly learn the identity of my blackmailer.
Bedroht sie ein
Who would
anderer
be so
Vampir
foolish as
eigentlich?
to threaten you? A kindred spirit.
Even if it were the case, and I highly doubt it, a vampire would have asked for something more valuable than money. My suspicions lean toward a patient or their family.
Die hat gerade wirklich das Vampirwort neben den Patienten gesagt. Also sie ist wirklich
If we're dealing with an
sehr mutig.
ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Kenne ich. Also ich möchte auch niemandem
Please
wirklich
continue.
wehtun.
Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Ich kümmere mich
I'll
darum.
take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reid. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Ja, damit wissen wir, sie wird bedroht. Aber ist auch eine nette. Anfangs kam sie nicht so nett. Hey,
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor.
Milton.
Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reid.
ah, cool.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
There are a lot of secrets round here. I'm not surprised someone tried to make money from them.
What kind of secrets?
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reid. If you want to know more, you better talk to Harriet Jones. She's the oldest patient here.
Harriet Jones ist die älteste Patientin.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
Sie können beide dafür gefeuert werden, ja klar,
During the
aber
war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reid. Do you
Wieso
know how many
nicht?
rules are broken in this
Sind auch nur
hospital every
Menschen.
day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
sind doch auch nur Menschen. Und da bin ich halt eigentlich der Meinung, da
I'd
können
like
die
to
auch
see your
gerne
goods.
dann mal,
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
können die sich gerne auch miteinander vergnügen. Ich sehe das jetzt nicht wirklich schlimm. Milton Schrotflinte. Wäre noch eine Möglichkeit. Kostet 315 Schlinge. Wir haben nur 152. Also eigentlich kommen wir erstmal gerade nicht damit weiter. Mit den Kauf von Waffen.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Hatten wir nicht noch
Good
da
evening, Miss
was?
Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Gerüchte.
Have you heard rumors of anything underhand going on here at the hospital?
No, Doctor. Never.
Und haben wir denn noch einen neuen Hinweis oder so? Ja.
Tell me what Dr. Tippett did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippett would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reid. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippett in our situation?
Sie haben ein großes Risiko auf
Perhaps you
sich
did it
genommen.
with the best intentions, Nurse Brannigan, but you took a great risk. Must I remind you that a man died?
You mean you've never made a mistake? Never covered your tracks? Come on, Doctor. I wasn't born yesterday.
Ich habe keine Fehler gemacht. Ja gut,
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need
gehen wir mal
assistance.
weiter. Sie hat also Sachen vertuscht. Mit ihnen haben wir schon geredet.
Good
Hammer.
evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr.
Dr.
Tippett.
Reid, any good news to share?
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
I have no time for such triviality, my dear colleague. We're here to save lives.
Na, okay. Alle wissen sie es natürlich nicht.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
Was war's für ein Fehler?
What was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Oh Mann.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him.
Irgendjemand
No one
krank ist
claimed
von
the
den
body.
Dogs? Etwa den was wir da mal im Schiff liegen gesehen haben?
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
Ich glaube ihn. Würde auch nicht gleich halt den Kittel dann hinhängen. So persönliche Fragen haben wir auch alle durch.
I will cover for you,
Schweige.
Dr. Tippett, by keeping what happened to Mr. Connor to myself.
I don't know what to say, actually. I can't exactly force you to become my accomplice.
You didn't force me. This is my decision to make. I believe you're still of use to the hospital, considering the situation.
Then I can make you this promise. As soon as the epidemic is eradicated, I will resign.
Guck mal, wir haben Geld bekommen.
What will you do after your resignation? Do you have a plan?
I always fancied visiting Cyprus. Such a beautiful island. I could buy a house there by the sea, read poetry, and wait for death.
Na. Hört sich auf jeden Fall sehr schön an.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
So, jetzt schweigen wir auch über dieses Geheimnis, was er gemacht hat. Wer ist der?
Miss, please, I feel sick. Get up.
Wer ist er?
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr.
ja.
Reid. Still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in the hospital?
Blackmail? That's not my style. Too risky. The black market, though. Now that's where the money is.
Okay. Jetzt können wir endlich ihn mal ein bisschen befragen.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
What did he want?
Hat er doch gerade gesagt.
Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favor.
Den Bruder töten?
Only the strongest survive, then? Survival at all costs. Is that all you think about?
I'm the toughest bastard you'll ever meet, Dr. Reid. And I don't give a fuck what you think of me.
Naja, sie sind dann halt schon
How is your
nicht gerade der
hospitalization
Nettere.
going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
Wieso sagt er immer, das ist ein... Wieso sagen alle, das ist ein beschissener Ort? Ich bin doch da. Was haben sie an der Belegschaft
What's
auszusetzen?
wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all I like that.
Also er steht auf Dorothy.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reid. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
Naja, es gibt aber auch Ärzte, die schaffen das nicht, jemanden am Leben zu halten.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
Wir müssen alle für unsere
We
Taten
can't
gerade
escape
stehen.
the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
Okay. Neuer Hinweis.
Have you heard of any underhand?
Achso, haben wir schon.
Blackmail.
Das hatten wir schon. Kam ein Hinweis dazu gekommen.
I'll leave you
Auf
for now, Mr.
Wiedersehen,
Cox.
Mr. Cox. So. Dann haben wir das hier schon mal.
What's that do? This isn't even my neighborhood.
Da bei den Docs. Den haben wir ja noch gar nicht gesehen, gesprochen. Werden wir doch mal gucken.
We've dodged death so many times.
Wer sind Sie?
Please, sir. I need help bad.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Mutant Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid from the Pembroke Hospital. Please, calm down and give me more details.
Oswald and myself were both infantry, sir. We were en route for the
Oswald.
hospital, but we had a disagreement. And Oswald ran off towards the canal.
How long have you been searching for him?
I can't go there. Too many rats by the water. Fucking rats. Can't
Er
stand
hat
them
Angst
since
vor
the war,
Ratten.
sir. Can't stand them at all.
Don't be ashamed, Mr. Blight. Many soldiers who survived the trenches suffer from musophobia. I'll see what I can do for your friend.
Erstmal über sie
What can
selber,
you tell
ne?
me about yourself?
I'm Oswald's best friend. We served in the same regiment, sir. We've taken care of each other since we came back from the front.
Über ihren Freund.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Oswald Thatcher. We survived the war
Oswald
together.
Thatcher.
Oswald is
Oswald hatten wir, glaube ich, noch gar nicht gesehen.
nervous and quite fragile since we came back from the war.
This is a dangerous part of town. What are you doing here?
We were looking for the Pembroke Hospital. We both need help. Treatment, I mean. To get some sleep. Just need to feel better, sir.
Wo ist ihr Freund?
Where was your friend the last time you saw him?
He went down by the canal. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I think he went to the sewers on purpose. So I couldn't go after him.
Okay.
I have all the information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reid.
Jetzt dürfen wir noch seinen Kollegen da suchen. Hey. Hier hatte ich, glaube ich, letzte Mal auch was vergessen aufzusammeln. Hier hinten die Kiste. Ist mir, während ich halt die Videos geschnitten habe, mal aufgefallen. Beziehungsweise zwischenzeitlich gucke ich dennoch noch selber meine Folgen mit. So. Hier, das ist
Good evening,
Tibbets.
Dr. Tibbet.
Ah,
Dr. Reid.
Goodbye,
Tibbets
Dr.
hatten wir ja schon das Vergnügen heute. Wenn wir uns strukturiert dran arbeiten, wen wir alles befragen sollen. Tibbets hatten wir. Hier, die ältere Dame hatten wir auch schon. Eigentlich müssen wir jetzt rein. Dorothy vielleicht. Vielleicht hat die noch Informationen.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Sie ist aber auch eine hübsche, ne? Ihr Leben in London.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke, but we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Persönliche Fragen.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
Haben Sie den Glauben an Ihren Eid verloren?
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
And what
This is
about
Hawks.
Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
Okay.
Have you heard of any
Mal gucken, ob sie was
underhand
weiß
dealings
über
within
die
the hospital?
Geschäfte.
I don't have time for such nonsense, Doctor. I've work to do.
Okay.
Blackmail is a serious matter, Nurse Hawkins.
Everything is serious around here, Dr. Reid. Starting with patients who need me.
Are you certain?
Okay.
You seem nervous.
If you have something in mind, just speak up, Doctor. Otherwise, stop breathing down my neck.
Okay. Warum habe ich das Gefühl,
Have you
dass
heard of any underhand
wirklich
dealings
was
within the
dahinter steckt?
hospital?
I don't have time for such nonsense, Doctor. I've work to do.
Die hat was damit zu tun.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Aber wir haben zu früh mit ihr geredet. Wir müssen erst mit ihr.
What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reid, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reid, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Bitte.
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
Sie mögen
If I didn't
Tratsch.
know better, Miss Jones, I'd be inclined to say you enjoy this type of idle gossip.
God's honest truth, Doctor. It's just the way it is here. Most of these bitches would let you freeze to death before getting you a blanket.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
Easy wird das nicht
That's
sein.
it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See
Okay.
you on the next round.
Interessant.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them. Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reid.
Ja, da habe ich noch
What
mal
can you
eine
tell
Sache,
me
ne?
about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
Ja, sie Miss Clowns verdienen
No
unsere
matter how you
Hilfe.
feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
Nur das
That
Hass.
old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if a nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Die ist aber nicht so nett zu der Dame.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
So, dann mal mit Dorothy noch reden, ne? Die vergnügt sich ja anscheinend auch mit jemandem hier auf der Arbeit. Wo ist Miss Dorothy?
I will not let you down, my boy.
War es draußen? Nee. Achso, wir können ja das Y danach folgen, ne? Ah,
If only I were young again.
ganz vergessen. Es in dem Bereich. Drücke V, um die Vampir-Sinne zu deaktivieren. Wenn sich ein Bürger verdächtig verhält, klickt sein Herz schneller und leuchtet, indem du ihn anschaust, schaltest du besondere Interaktion frei. Suche nach Dorothy.
Have you found Oswald?
Not yet, sir. I need more information first.
All right. What do you want to know?
Okay. Okay, das
I
bringt
have
mir
all the
nichts.
information I need for now. If I find anything out about your friend, I'll let you know as soon as I can.
Thank you, Dr. Reid.
Ich möchte jetzt noch Dorothy finden, ne? Aber wo ist die Dame? Und wieso soll ich in diesem Bereich unbedingt danach suchen? Oh, wenn ich da jetzt einfach rüberspringe, das würde der Typ sehen. Das kann ich nicht machen. Ach ja, hier.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Sie will abhauen.
I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Also eine Erpressung schreiben. Sie ist abgezeugt, ne? Ja, war mir klar. Ja gut, ich würde sagen, in der nächsten Folge werden wir dann den Gangster in der Kanalisation befragen. Das soll es für heute gewesen sein. Danke fürs Einschalten. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.